Good evening and welcome to the Denver Coliseum. I'm Ben Blecha. It's time for the 1A Volleyball State Championships on 94.5 The Ranch. I'm, of course, a little bit of a shell of myself, and alongside me tonight is my wife, Kylie Blecha. She's been alongside me all day as we try and limp through the state championship on Saturday. And I think we got what we expected. Merino Rams going for a four-peat here this evening.
We did, and that is an impressive feat on itself, trying to just get here to the championship
Well,
and then be in there 4 years in a row.
you came to the Denver Coliseum or the state volleyball tournament 3 out of the 4 years in your high school years. You won a state championship. Talk about how hard it is just to get here 4 years in a row, because what these girls have done just to be here for the Merino Rams is absolutely phenomenal.
It is, and people don't, when that's just what you do. I mean, the Merino volleyball team, they don't know any different than playing until mid-November.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. And people don't know the hard work that they have put into any of these. Well, we're down to 10 teams now.
Yep, 10
that
teams.
It is blood, sweat, and tears the whole time, and it's finally they're where they want to be.
It is the time where you want to be for the championship. And I think one of the things that gives the Merino Rams a massive advantage coming into this match is that not only have they been here, but they don't know what it's like to lose here. And there's that swagger that has been instilled in them by the coaching staff. That is a huge advantage for them versus Simla, who hasn't played in the title game in over a decade.
Yeah, that is no doubt. And the night, like, Merino doesn't act like they are like these big, bad, like awesome athletes. They just act like they are here to play volleyball and have fun. And they don't know what it's like to lose, so they have that winning mentality. Like, they don't give up. They are going to fight. They always play to win. They don't play not to lose. They're just there. They're ready to fight and go.
They're ready to get it done, and the Merino Rams have done it 3 years previously. We've covered all of it on the Eastern Plains Sport Network. When we come back, we'll relive some of that. 6 o'clock first serve for Merino Ram Volleyball against the Simla Cubs on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into the Denver Coliseum as we head toward first serve. It is time for 1A Volleyball Championship. I'm Ben Blecha alongside Kylie Blecha, and it is Merino and Simla for the state volleyball title. The Merino Rams playing for their 14th title in school history. What an incredible run the history of this program has, going for a four-peat here this evening.
It is. Oh, nope, go ahead.
The Merino Rams have played Simla in one of the previous state championships. The Merino Rams beat Simla in 1988, so we got some history on the floor here.
A little bit. The
history was 35 years ago.
35 years ago they played.
Of course, volleyball was a little different
then.
Yeah.
2 out of 3, not rally.
And the Merino Rams are in their whites as the top overall team in this tournament, the number 1 seed as we go into tonight. One of the biggest keys for Merino is going to be avoiding the block of the Simla Cubs. 36 blocks in the tournament. From a coaching standpoint, how do you do that?
I think you have Brooklyn Suter do what she does best and just disperse her sets evenly across to keep that block moving so that they don't get just stagnant in one spot. Keep the hitters moving. That'll keep the blockers.
Rams have the serve and get it underway with Kaya Peel driven down the middle. Far side tip for Cox. It'll fly over onto the Merino side. Back down the middle goes McKenna Suter. Will be run back over far side by Mazeral. Bumps it to the near side Lynch. She'll run it deep. Lynch dug up back row by Cox. Free ball played back over up by Powell. Back set to the far pin. Crossing down and in for a kill for McKenna Suter. Suter has had herself a wonderful tournament for the Merino Rams. McKenna Suter is the leader of this team, and a 1-0 lead for the Merino Rams as we get underway. Serve fielded back row. Cox at the net. She's turned back by McKenna Suter. I guess that's one way to avoid the block, right? Block him back.
Block him back.
Kaya Peel will have the serve. Peel lines it down the middle, popped up high, back row, rolled up for the Simla Cubs, and a free ball dumped over short. Brooklyn Suter sets near side. Jay Lynch tips it into the block of the net. Mazeral with the block back for the Simla Cubs. The senior gives Simla their first point in this championship match. Back to serve Meadow Nussbaum, the setter for the Simla Cubs. She'll drive it too big and out. Merino has a 3-1 advantage. Merino hands the serve to Jay Lynch. Lynch lines it down the middle. She's too big and out. A little bit too much underneath the Merino Rams right now. Obviously amped up in a title match.
And it's a lot louder in here than it has been all day.
No doubt about that. Serve far side, popped up back row by Jay Lynch. Down the middle tip, far side, down and in for the kill goes McKenna Suter. Nicely played ball by McKenna Suter. Not just going power, but going tip as well. Serve from Brooklyn down the middle, 4-2 Merino. Far pin swing off the block of the net goes Moranville. Near pin swing, Veronica Beret down the line. Ball be controlled up by Zeta Harms. Far pin, two-hand touch. Played back through, down the middle, McKenna Suter off the block of the net. And a kill for the Rams senior.
And on that third kill, she picks up her 1,400. No, yeah. 1,400th career kill.
Impressive high school career. Brooklyn Suter continues with the serve. She'll line it down the middle, popped up high, back row. Down the middle and a roll shot from Leininger. Run up for the Merino Rams. Near side Beret. She'll hit the cross far side. Back set to the near pin. Down and in. Leininger with the kill.
I was just thinking they haven't been hitting the ball as hard as they were in their previous matches today. So in order to, they got to get that rolling. They got to start smacking the ball if they want a chance here.
Leininger's been the best Cub in this tournament offensively. McKenna Suter, best Ram, swings it far line. She's down and in for the kill. Merino leads Simla 6-3 in set number 1. Serve will be lined far side, popped up back row by Moranville. Near side, Leininger down the line, chased down for the Rams, and Lynch was on the cement off the support court when she touched that ball.
Great hustle, though.
Morgan Swinis on for the serve for the Simla Cubs. Swinis lines it down the middle, popped up back row by Lynch. Backside swing, Powell, she'll spin it short. All handled up quickly, far pin swing, down the line goes Moranville. Dug up by Lynch. Back row swing for McKenna Suter. She'll drive it down the middle. Up by Zeta Harms. To the far pin she'll go. Cross shot comes near side. Ball dug up high and tipped over short. Far side once again goes Moranville. Dug up by Lynch. Down the middle goes Beret for the Merino Rams. She's blocked back. Give that block to Katie Gottschall. And Simla is within one of Merino, 6-5. Morgan Swinis will have the serve for the Cubs. Swinis lines it into the net. 7-5 Merino, set 1. Wiggins and Sedgwick County over on 10-10 KSIR. Wiggins leads 7-6 in set 1 there. Back set to the near side, down the line, hitting the net cord was Moranville. It hops over and down and in for the Simla kill. And again, staying close for the Cubs early. They did this yesterday in the quarterfinal. Serve line down the middle, fielded by McKenna Suter, near side Lynch. Left tip into the block, and Jay Lynch gets the kill for the Merino Rams. Again, keeping Simla on their heels. Serve will be flown down the middle, too big and out for Beret. "15 points in, Merino the slight edge. The libero, the senior Zeta Harms with the serve for the Simla Cubs. Harms, line down the far side, up by Beret. Backside swing for Kaya Peel, near side dug onto the Merino Ram side. Two-hand touchdown attempt for Lynch once. Second time she got in the net. Much to the delight of the Simla Cubs. They're able to tie it at 8. Zeta Harms. She'll line the serve far side, fielded by Beret for the Rams. Brooklyn Suter scrambles it up near side for Lynch. Down the line and in for the kill.
Such a smart play by Jay Lynch out there on the outside. A few plays earlier, saw the block was still coming, so pushed it into him, used that block, took that one down the line. That's just a smart play.
Back to serve goes Kaya Peel for the Merino Rams, up 9-8. Tip near side for Mazarol. Quickly down the middle goes Brooklyn Suter. Ball dug up high and Harms out of the back row, knocks it into the net. You know you're out of system anytime your libero is taking an outright swing. All because Brooklyn Suter took an aggressive swing for the Merino Rams. Peel lines the serve far side, popped up back row, set to the far pin. On the cross near side, Carly Cox gets the kill.
They are definitely going to want to try to find a block on her to get her stopped early.
Back to serve goes New Simla Cubs, 10-9 Merino. Near side swing, McKenna Suter off the block, down and in for the kill. You can tell that Kelly Kosera, the head coach for Simla, said we need to get a block on McKenna Suter. They've just not been able to close it yet. Jay Lynch takes a serve for the Merino Rams. Lynch down the middle on Zeta Harms. Set to the far side, tip, lining her off the block of the net. Back down the middle, McKenna Suter into the block, and she gets the kill.
Her 6th of the night.
I mean, okay, they got a block that time, and she'll still used it against him. 12-9. Serve will be lined, far side, popped up back row, back set near side, over the top of the block of the net goes Cox. Turn dump over Brooklyn Suter. Set to the near side, cross far side, lining her. Down and in for the kill. Serve from Cox will be fluttered down the middle, popped up high, back row, set for McKenna Suter. She takes a rip, she'll find the floor for the kill. Another attack for the Merino Rams, successful because of great setting from the now server, Brooklyn Suter.
I can tell they've been here a few times. McKenna, 4th time. She knows how to play this game right now, like what to do.
In this championship, McKenna Suter tips it short off a block. Fielded up high, and Harms will free it over for Simla. Brooklyn sets into the net. She went. The dig got a little hot on her, and she just couldn't keep her balance. Merino has the edge, 13-11, in set number 1 of this 1A state championship match. Mazarol being the best server in the tournament for Simla. She'll whip it down the middle, near side. Beret rips it off the block and gets the kill. Took Beret a minute to get going in the semifinals earlier today. She's going early here. 14-11 Merino. Again, as Suter lines the serve, far side, popped up back row. Back set near side, lining her off the block. Down and in for the kill. She has probably been the most impressive Simla player all tournament, all facets of the game on the offensive side and defensive side. Lining her has been great.
She has been great out there on that right side.
Her spot is served by Morgan Sweetness, fielded back row by Lynch. Powell on the far pin for the Merino Rams, into the block. Turned down at the net by Gottschall. Back within one has come Simla once again. Keeping it close in this title match. Serve down the middle, popped up high by Lynch. Pump set to the near pin, little push into the block at the net by Peel. Gotcho yet again.
Picks up her third block tonight.
She had 7 through 4 matches in this tournament. Swinis, the junior, will tumble it down the near side. Fielded by Kaya Peel, set for Beret, tips it over the block. Far side, up far pin, down the line, Moranville. Simla with the lead and a timeout by the Merino Rams. (15-14) in favor of the Cubs. LPAA is exceptional volleyball right now with Merino playing in this title match. Wiggins and Sedgwick County on the two-way court. It's Volleyball Conference Colorado, right?
Yeah, it's crazy that of the 9 teams, 3 of them are still playing on the last day in the championship game.
Over on the two-way court, Wiggins leads Sedgwick County 14-12 in set 1. I covered that regular season match. It went 5. If one match is going to go 5, it better be that one because I don't have the voice to do 5 here on the 1A court.
And nobody wants me to try to call that.
Out of Merino's timeout, Simla leads 15-14 in set number 1. Serve will be lined down the middle, popped up high, back row. Set to the near pin, Kaya Peel hops tape to the net. Harms will chase it up. Far side swing, off the block of the net. Goes the attack for Moranville. Near side Peel, she'll whip it into the block and get the kill. Simla wanting a carry, but she caught that in front of her cheek, so she was just pushing it. Jade Powell lines the serve down the middle, back set near side for Simla. Attack deep for Moranville. Far pin for Beret, she'll spin it deep, hand it up high, back row. Set to the far pin, Moranville blocked back and punched onto the Ram side. Brooklyn Suter dumps it over, diving up, not played cleanly. Little savvy dump there by the setter.
She's tricky with those because she jump sets, so you don't ever know if she's pushing it out. Gonna just dump it over.
Serve too big and out as Merino had the lead 16-15. Now it's 16 all in set number 1. Serve will be lined near side. Peel will pop it up. Ball scrambled around and a bump free for Beret. Played over it short. Up by Cox for Simla to the far side. Cox turned back. Dig up high. Lynch will pop it over. Return back for Simla, but wide and out for Nussbaum. So the Simla error makes it 17-16. Beret drops a short serve down the middle. Big swing in the net. On the swing went Gotchel. She almost missed that ball. She mistimed her jump so bad.
I mean, Jalen gets up pretty high above the net, so maybe that's the intimidation factor.
Right. 18-16. Serve down the middle from Beret. She'll pick up an ace. 19-16 Merino. Beret topples it down the middle, popped up back row by Zeta Harms. Set for a tip near side, and around the block goes Gotchel to get the kill and in the run. Merino leads 19-17 in set 1, tied at 15 on the two-way court between Wiggins and Sedgwick County. Serve will be lined down the middle, popped up by Kaya Peel, back row. Backside swing, toppled deep from McKenna Suter, far side Cox. Cross near side, up by Suter, near side Peel, big hammer, and the kill.
I'm not sure I've seen Kaya swing that hard today.
She has been roll shot, tip shot, everything for them.
Smart ball, and then that time she was like, it's coming down.
20-17 Merino. Peel gives herself the serve. Short fielded by Cox on the Simla side. Set for Mazeral, she'll whistle it. No block, too long and out. 21-17. Coach Casera up, but not going to use a timeout. Peel powers the serve down the middle, popped up high, back row, set to the far pin, lefty tip through for Cox. Backslide to the far pin, McKenna Suter cross near. Arm up by Nussbaum, scramble and a free ball over for Simla. Up by Powell, back row, turn, dump over. That was a campfire kill for Brooklyn Suter. Timeout taken by Coach Casera and the Simla Cubs. Another cool story that happened here in the 1A state volleyball tournament. Speaking of Brooklyn Suter, she passed Katie Peel, formerly Katie Kuntz, for the, what was that? That was 11th place all time in state of Colorado history assists. She's now over, 2,900 career assists?
Yep, 2,928.
Of course.
Plus so far.
Plus what she's done tonight. Of course, it's all in the family, as they're now all related.
Yep.
that has to be fun. Of course, her mom, one of the top assist players in NJC volleyball history. Almost like Peel equals setter, right?
Maybe they have some fun conversations at Thanksgiving dinner.
Absolutely. Some people talk football.
Or some competition. Let's go see who can set the ball more.
22-17 out of the timeout. Peel will line it down the middle. Far side wipe down the line from contact for McKenna Suter. She'll rip it far side. Dug up on the line in a two-hit violation on the set from Carly Cox. Puts Merino up 23-17. Peel, short serve, drops it in for an ace. And 7 set points for the Merino Rams. And a second timeout taken for the Simla Cubs. Sticking with the assist theme, I think that something that's really cool is that I've actually had the opportunity to cover all of the top 5 Class 1A assisters with Brooklyn Suter, Katie Kuntz, Maddie Suter, Kylie Kuntz, and Kendall Kirkwood. And 2 of those players are now coaching on teams that qualify for the state tournament. That's what this sport is all about. Give back to the next generation.
And we've talked about how dominant volleyball has been out in the Northeast Colorado state. So your top leaders are
all here.
All
Fleming,
Northeast
Otis,
Colorado.
Merino, Otis, Merino.
Dominant volleyball programs in there.
And if Brooklyn Suter, she'll get the state record at some point next year. 24-17, set point for the Merino Rams. Far side Cox. Handed up by Beret. Bump set down the middle. McKenna Suter with the swing. Down and in for the kill. Not a bad first set for her. 8 kills in set 1. Merino wins 25-17. Set 2 next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Denver Coliseum as we head to set number 2. Merino tops Simla 25-17 in set number 1 of the 1A Volleyball State Championship match. I'm Ben Blecha alongside Kylie Blecha, and what a first set for McKenna Suter. You talk about a senior that wants 4 in a row, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, she came out, got 8 kills, a big block. She is being a leader out there, hoping her team can finish off her career with another state title.
For the Simla Cubs, they struggled hitting. They had a lot of hitting errors in that first set.
They did struggle. They're going to have to clean that up some if they want to stay in this. Merino also had 3 serving errors, so.
That's kind of been the story of the tournament for them, as Jay Lynch on the first swing of the second set drives it far side, not played cleanly. And Merino takes the first point in set number 2. It was back and forth to 15 all. Merino won 10 of the final 12 points in set number 1. Back set near side, Cox off the block, and she gets the kill for the Simla Cubs.
I know that she is only a freshman, but she is a huge, offensive threat out there, so her team really needs her to get in this match.
She's too long and out on the serve. She got stuck on the back row toward the end of that first set. Really taking her out because Simla does not set the back row at all.
No.
Lynch will take the serve for the Merino Rams. Lynch lines it down the far side, popped up high, back row. 3-ball run over down the line, up by Beret. Set, big swing, wide. No, down on the line for the kill for McKenna Suter. 3-1 Merino. Lynch lines it down the middle, popped up high, back row. Set quickly down the middle, lining her to the near corner. Leininger rocks it in for the kill.
That's her 5th of the night.
She's over 40 for the tournament, right?
Correct, yep.
Mazeral with the serve for the Simla Cubs. Scramble up back row, flat 3 for Kaya Peel. Peel running it deep. Near side swing into the block of the net. Tool kill for Leininger once again. Leininger starting to get hot for the Simla Cubs. Merino needs to quell it quickly. 3-all. Far side off the block of the net. McKenna Suter goes and gets another kill. Brooklyn Suter continuing with the serve. Line down the far side. Quick setup down the middle. Poked off the block at the net and then not played cleanly by Gotchel. She's had a lot of good looking swings that haven't gone down today and gets one there.
What a great play by the setter too to keep that out of the net because that was tight. Pass up in there and she got it right where her hitter needed it.
Serve fielded back row. Jay Lynch back set far side. McKenna Suter into the block. Punched over and down. Good reactionary there from, I believe, Gotchel to get the touch that fluttered over. 4-all set 2. Wiggins came back and beat Cedric County set 1 on the two-way court, 25-22. Serve down the middle, fielded by McKenna Suter. Near side, Beret off the block. She'll find the tumble to the floor. Squared at 5 and hand the serve to McKenna Suter. Suter, near side, handled up for the Simla Cubs. Back to the near side, Moranville. She'll crush the cross and hand herself the serve, up 6-5. Moranville tumbles it down the middle on the serve. Set to the near pin. Peel on the cross for the Merino Rams. Nussbaum sets far side for Cox. She sails it too long and out. Merino Rams give the serve to Jade Powell. Powell at 6-all. Tumbles it down the middle. Set to the far side. Big swing. Touched on the back line. Gotcho got a swing that was headed out. McKenna Suter couldn't avoid touching it. Simla holds a 7-6 lead. Zeta Harms, the libero, lines a serve into the net. Merino and Simla seesawing back and forth again in set number 2. Merino took the first, 25-17. Far side swing into the block of the net. Into the net as well went Cox. Good job by Brooklyn Suter to get up, and she tried to swing too hard through the block and couldn't control her arm. 8-7 Rams. Short serve Beret. Diving dig, not clean. Two-hand touch over by Zeta Harms. Chased up high by Powell. Set to the near side. Lynch off the block. And the kill. Jay Lynch athletically is one that I know opposing coaches are very worried about. It's opened up avenues for some of her teammates in the game plan. 9-7 overpass receive. Lynch tries to pump it down. Flat free dumped over short after the receive. Near side swing, Kaya Peel shanked it. Rolled net, went down for the kill.
And turns back to her coaches, who must have been telling her to hit that cut shot, because she turned and gave them all the credit for that.
10-7 Merino Ram lead. Serve will be lined down the middle. Quickly set, Mazeral tip short. Ball controlled up high. Near side Peel off the block of the net, and the kill again. So she went cut, then she went line. Simla block is completely fooled. 11-7 Merino. Far side, Cox off the block of the net. Ball dug up high. Back row swing. Ball dug. And the kill will lead to a Simla Cub timeout. We have coverage of Wiggins and Sedgwick County over on 1010 KSIR. Noted set one went Wiggins' way, 25-22. Laney 9 had 7 kills in that first set for Sedgwick County. But Wiggins had 3 players with 3 or more kills, balance beating an overloaded single player.
Yeah, and at that level too, there are also huge blocks. We see, because I think Dilly had quite a few earlier, the setters have to keep that block moving to give your hitters the opportunity to get those kills.
Wiggins has a pretty darn good setter in Kennedy Kerr, who's a junior like Brooklyn's Suter. I'd have to look up her career numbers, but I mean, my goodness. Hey, and then you throw Meadow Nussbaum, the Simla setter, who's a junior, in the mix. That class of 2025 is loaded with setter talent at the small school level.
Well, and you keep thinking, even when we were talking LPAA, like, okay, they're going to graduate, and then those kids, they're just still there, and their junior highs are watching these girls and wanting to be them and playing them, and that's building programs.
Absolutely. 12-7 Merino out of the timeout. Simla gets the point on the swing from Carly Cox. So 12-8 Merino up on Simla, up 1-0 in this second set. Meadow Nussbaum lines the serve down the middle, popped up high by Peel. Set near side, Lynch on the cross and the kill.
She picks up her 5th then for the night.
And she really was only taking about 9 total swings.
Well, and I feel like her jumping ability, she's going to be hard to block because she just gets up.
She got way up there and went over the net to play a ball that was still on Simla's side. She tried to look shocked for a minute, but she wasn't. Short serve, far side, popped up back row, set near pin. McKenna Suter tools the block, gets the kill. Serve will be lined down the middle, by Lynch, 14-9, roll shot, too big and out from Mazeral off the near side.
She is a little bit struggling right now. She has 2 hitting errors, and she was big in her earlier games today.
Lynch lines a serve down the middle. Cox will quick rocket it to the net. Moranville off the block. She gets it to go down for the kill. Merino leads 15-10, up 1-0 in set 2 of the 1A Volleyball Championship. Mazeral try and make her name on the service line. Fielded by McKenna Suter, near side Powell. Full shot deep. Far pin swing, Moranville through the block and the kill. Didn't close the block on the far pin. Mazeral will take the serve. Mazeral down the middle, fielded back row by Jay Lynch. Tip just too soft. Is that the first hitting error of the match?
From the first one I have marked down, yes.
Wow. Impressive that McKenna Suter had put up 12 kills without a hitting error to that point. Backside roll, Kaya Peel off the block of the net. Chased up high and a 2-hand touch over. Brooklyn Suter turns and dumps it, diving up Mazeral. Second touch Free by Simla. Slide to the far pin. McKenna Suter off the block. Diving up again, but not kept clean. Go right back to her after the hitting error, and she gets the kill.
Brooklyn Suter is very sneaky with that little one-handed dump over push kill.
Really catches defenses off guard. Up 4, 16-12. Serve fielded back row down the middle. Lefty tip through by Gottschall. Peel sets near side. Beret on the cross. Up by Cox, far side. Set and a sail. Diving dig up, back onto the Simla side, and everybody was confused. Near side swing, 2-hit violation. Nussbaum whistled for that. The diving dig freed over, and Simla wasn't ready for the ball on the second touch, even though it was inadvertent. 17-12. Serve line down the middle, fielded by Cox. Far pin swing off hands at the net. Free ball dumped over by Brooklyn Suter. Scrambled up, back row. Backside swing, sailed deep by Cox. Lynch up, Brooklyn Suter. Back throw, far side. Down the line goes Powell. Quick return back and two-hand touch comes near side from Leininger. Down the middle, McKenna Suter. Handed up by Nussbaum. Touched over by Gottschall. Pumped up high, Peel sets near side. Beret cross to the far line. Cox runs it down and a bump free over by Gottschall. Brooklyn Suter, McKenna Suter, lefty tip. Played on the setter, bump set near side. The two-hand touch was offline. Moranville was not anticipating the ball and didn't get square to it. Merino takes an 18-12 lead. Brooklyn Suter flies the serve, far side, popped up back row by Cox. Near side swing into the block of the net. Ball controlled up high. Free ball rolled into the block of the net by Powell. Set to the far pin, blocked back, and out. Hesitation from the official. That says it was close.
It was close.
Tool kill.
Process. It outlined, I don't know.
Tool kill there for the Simla Cubs. Ends the run. Merino up 18-13. Line down the middle, far side, fielded by McKenna Suter. Beret from the 10-foot line near side. She'll roll it over in short. Far pin swing into the block of the net of McKenna Suter. Goes Moranville over the block this time. Beret fields it. Peel near side. Diving dig up. Cox will free it over. Diving dig by Peel. Not played cleanly, and Cox, gets a back row kill for the Simla Cubs. 18-14 Merino. Serve calls the net. Cordan goes down. So 18-15. Continuing with the serve is Sweetness. Fielded dead center by McKenna Suter. Calls for it, tipped short. Far side swing. To the back line goes Moranville. Coach Suter disagrees.
It might have been close as well.
Sweetness. Fielded back row by McKenna Suter. Run up off the block, tools at kill. McKenna Suter is just having a championship match.
Yep, that was her 14th kill of the night.
6 of this second set, 19-16. Her serve deep. Down the middle, Gottschall. Dug up high by McKenna Suter. Bump set near side, Kaya Peel rolls line. Set to the far pin. Moranville off the block, diving dig up. Quick set to the near side, and Kaya Peel rolls it over and drops it on down.
Yep, her 5th kill of the night. Just smart. Knows when she should get up and smash it, knows when she should roll it. Just a smart player.
Serve will be lined down the middle from McKenna Suter. Ball run up high. Back set to the far pin. Powell down the line. Diving dig up, and the block was in the net. Timeout for the Simla Cubs. As Merino's up 21-16, and on the two-way court, Wiggins is up 16-5. third meeting of the year here on the 1A court between these two teams, and especially back-to-back days. Merino has to have the mental advantage not only by winning but sweeping Simla yesterday, right?
Yes. But it is hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially in that span, yesterday to today. I mean, playing each other within 24 hours. But Merino's been in the championships. They know it. They have that vibe. They're just playing. Simla, some key little mistakes. They're not playing bad. Merino's just...
They're another level.
Another level. I mean,
Rams have the 21-16 lead out of the timeout.
Sedgwick County's losing 17-5.
Yeah, Wiggins found some momentum.
Wiggins is going, everything's going right over there.
Off the block in the net goes the swing of Simla out of the timeout. Peel near side, tips it into the net. We talked about it at the semifinal, though. Everybody right there to pick Kaya Peel up. Hey, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I bet she gets the set right here. Serve fielded by Lynch. She does. Bump set, cross. Down
and then
to
the kill. Oh, she's got to be. She's one of the biggest supporters, cheerleaders for the Merino Rams. Basketball court, volleyball court, she's got to be exhausted just from all that hyping up.
Far side set. Cox will roll it off the block. Down and in for the kill for Simla. Had to completely take away the power to become effective, did Carly Cox.
She picks up her 5th kill on that, though. But
Zeta Harms lines the serve far side up by Beret. Back row swing for Peel. Chop short on Nussbaum. They'll set for a backside swing for Moranville. Near side Peel. Down the line, handed up to the net and punched over by Nussbaum. Slide to the far pin. Beret arcs it near side. Set to Nussbaum. She'll punch it down near line. Up by McKenna Suter. Down the middle lane. Down and in for a kill.
We talked about how to get Simla's block off, and that's how you do it. You hit from everywhere on the court.
3 different people took swings in that rally. 23-18. Serve deep, fielded back row. Cox far side into the block of the net of Jay Lynch. And it's set points for the Merino Rams at 24-18.
And just as Jay Lynch is in the middle, that's not where she always hits from. Sometimes it's a slide, sometimes it's a Jay from behind. Like
Mazeral off the block in the net. It'll find the floor for the kill. So one staved off, now 24-19. Back in on the front row comes Leininger for the Simla Cubs. Ball be whipped down the middle, popped up by Peel. Set near side for Lynch. Big swing off the block, down on the Ram side, 24-20. Nussbaum. She'll whip it down the middle, popped up high, back row. Set far side for Kaya Peel. She'll cross it near. Ball controlled up. Set to the near pin, through the block of the net, and down and in for the kill. 24-21. Still set point for Merino for a 2-sets-to-none advantage. Nussbaum whips it far side, fielded by Beret. Back flat, 3 will come for Kaya Peel. Dead center on Harms, set to the far side, Cox, she'll cross. Dug up, Peel sets, far side bump free over Brooklyn Suter. Far side Cox again, she'll go over, ball off the dig, near side Peel, she'll roll it cross. Back set to the near side, down the line, diving dig up McKenna Suter and a bump free over by Jay Lynch. Cubs will hand it up, near side swing off the block, Brooklyn Suter pops it up. McKenna Suter sets near side, Kaya Peel into the block, ping pongs around, and Harms will free it over. Run up high, backside by Powell, dump to the back corner. Brooklyn Suter set to the far side, Cox. Down the line up by Powell. Set for Lynch, down the middle tip, far line, run up by Cox. Back set to the near side, push down the line. Handed up by McKenna Suter. Set to the near side, Peel. She'll wipe it to the back corner. Run up high. Far side Cox. She'll push it cross near side. Up by McKenna Suter. Dump over Brooklyn Suter, and the Merino Rams take set 2, 25-21 on a long rally. They're one set away from a four-peat next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Denver Coliseum we come. Merino Rams up 2-0, 25-17, 25-21. I'm Ben Blecha alongside Kylie Blecha. First set was all about McKenna Suter. Merino got a lot of other players involved in set 2, and even though it was closer, they were in control for much more of that second set.
They were. That control, just keeping Simla on their toes.
And they take the first point of set 3. Overpass on the receive, two-handed down by McKenna Suter.
And Simla started making that run towards the end. It's because their passing was good. And passing these first two to start off.
Short serve by Kaya Peel, freed back over. Brooklyn Suter, slide far side. McKenna Suter on the back line for the kill.
Number 15 of the match.
Keeps the serve with Kaya Peel. Kaya lines it down the middle, popped up high, back throw by Harms. Set far side, Cox into the block. And the lift ball off the block. Cox has started to really find her own in her first ever championship match as a freshman. Merino with a 2-1 lead, and Meadow Nussbaum will have the serve. Nussbaum lines it near side, popped up back row by Kaya Peel. Set far side, Lynch off the block, diving dig over the Simla bench.
She's more active in the front row this match than she has been previously today, I feel.
Lynch lines the serve, far side, fielded by Harms. Set to the far side, off the block of the net for Mazeral. Near pin set, rolled down the line by Powell. Back set to the near side, off the block goes Leininger. 10-foot line flat free over by McKenna Suter on the near side. Back to the near pin. Mazeral will tip it for Simla. At the net, Mazeral whips it into the block of McKenna Suter and got in the net on her follow-through. (4-1) Merino in the third set. Serve whip down the middle, popped up high, back row, flat free, spun deep, and touched on the back line by Kaya Peel. Merino's lead cut down to 4-2. Cox takes the serve. Cox lines it on McKenna Suter, who hits the run up, down the middle, down and in for the kill. (5-2) Rams, Brooklyn Suter. She'll topple the serve, far side. Popped up high by Zeta Harms. Near side swipe off the block to the net from Mazeral. Back row swing. Kaya Peel on the cross. She finds her way to the floor for another kill. (6-2) Merino in the third set. Serve line down the middle, popped up, back row, not cleanly, flat free, played over by Cox. Quick hand up to the near pin, Beret down the line. Harms will control it. Near side swing, off the antenna from Mazeral. 7-2 run to start out for the Merino Rams. Brooklyn Suter down the far side, fielded by Harms, into the block of the net. Moranville. Bump free played over by McKenna Suter. Moranville again, down the cross, and no, was wide and out. Timeout for the Simla Cubs as Merino has an 8-2 advantage. And on the 2A court, Sedgwick County finds themselves down 2-0, and Wiggins up 6-2 in their third set. I didn't see a sweep in that one.
I did not either.
Sedgwick County, since losing yesterday in their first set to St. Mary's, had been on an absolute tear. And Wiggins, they're wanting to get that title. Their only previous title in this recent iteration came during that spring shortened season where you didn't play this double elimination bracket. Coach Baker, just like Coach Suter here at Merino, 10 years in Wiggins, done a great job of restoring Wiggins to that glory level the way that Coach Suter has here in Merino.
Have they just played one previous time this season?
They played
because
twice.
Of their...
Oh, Wiggins and Sedgwick County. Yeah, they only played one time. Far side swing for Simla out of the timeout. It goes down on the touch down the line from Moranville, 8-3. Merino and Wiggins played twice and split the matches.
Oh. And then have Merino and Simla played twice?
Yes, this is the rubber match.
Yesterday and
the 5-set win in the regular season for the Merino Rams. A tip over and down and in for a kill for McKenna Suter.
I forgot I had a job.
That's 17 in the match now. McKenna whips the serve down the far side. Up back row. Gotchel near side. Dig up near the net. Out of the net. Brooklyn Suter keeps it up. Bump free over by McKenna. Back set to the near side. Lining her on the cross. Diving dig over by Lynch. Scramble up high. Cox hits the cross. Sliding dig up by McKenna Suter. Near side Peel whips it off the block and gets the kill. Great digs. 3 of them in the midst of that rally for Merino.
Those were great digs, yes.
Merino with a 10-3 lead in the third set. Short serve. Diving up by Cox. Far side, two-hand touch. Comes across on the near side. Brooklyn Suter over to Powell, far side. The dig goes up and is dumped down for the Merino Rams. Great scramble in the midst of all of that for the Merino Rams. And they lead 11-3. Serve will be slid up on the far side. Far pin swing down the line. Moranville in for the kill. On to serve comes Morgan Swinas, the junior for the Simla Cubs. Serve will be whipped down the far side, fielded by McKenna Suter. Near side Peel hops tape at the net. Chased up high by Harms. Far side roll shot, clipping the net from Cox. Roll played back over by Peel. Nussbaum sets far side, two-hand touch near side Moranville. Back set to the far side Powell. She spins line. Handed up on the far pin and too long and out goes the swing of Moranville. Rams have a 12-4 lead. Sliding dig out on the back row. Set far side. Tipped over. Lynch tried to get in the joust. Missed the deck or missed the ball. Gotchel got a hold of it and pushed it over and down. Merino leads by 7, 12-5. Ball dug up. Near side swing. Lynch whips it down the line. Popped up high. Set to the far pin. Cox on the cross. Dug up by McKenna Suter, near side Lynch. She'll whip it far side on Cox. Cox off the block again, diving up Brooklyn Suter. Lynch sets, Peel crosses, and the kill. Doesn't matter who gets the second touch.
Jay Lynch was coming up off the ground pretty much from her block. She was not standing at her normal height when she set that ball.
By Nussbaum. Near side set for Peel and a 2-hit violation on Brooklyn Suter. Rare time she is not square.
It's only her second setting error of the match.
And I think she only has 5 in the entire tournament. Serve fielded back row by Veronica Beret. Near side swing, Jay Lynch off the block and down for the kill. Merino holds a 14-6 lead in the third set. Up 2 sets to none. 11 away from the team's 14th state championship. Line serve down the middle, fielded by Cox. Far side Cox into the block. McKenna Suter going up and stuffing it down.
It's her third block tonight.
Kaya Peel. Serve out of the back left corner. Short, diving dig, not played clean, another ace. Peel. 16-6. High arcing serve far side, popped up by Mazeral. Cox whips it over on Beret. Jump dig over the net, or jump set over the net by Brooklyn Suter. Blocked by Lynch and McKenna Suter on the swing of the net. Kept in play, far side Cox over the top. Run down by Peel, near side set. Lynch into the tape of the net. Off the block, scramble, keep in play. Cox far side for Simla. Off hands, down the line she goes, and the kill. Back in on the front row comes Leininger. This is the rotation Simla needs a run. Mazeral, Leininger, Cox, all on the front row. Nussbaum. Down the far side, popped up by Lynch. Near side, Suter, big cross in the kill. McKenna Suter, another one.
18.
In this match, and she had 41 coming into the match on the tournament.
So she's at 59 kills.
Serve too big and out for Jay Lynch. Not bad for playing 4 matches, all of that have been sweeps.
Oh, that's like averaging almost 15 a set, or 15 a match.
Yeah, incredible performance for McKenna Suter, the senior. 17-8. Down the middle, tip into the block at the net. McKenna has turned back, and I think even more impressive, that's just her second hitting error tonight. 17-9. Serve spun down the middle, popped up by McKenna Suter. Near side set for Powell off the block of the net. And Jade Powell gets in the mix, her first kill in this title match.
Yeah, she might not have the big numbers, the big kills, but she is definitely a role player out there.
Serve will be lined down the middle. 18-9 Merino. Mazeral near side on the cross. Sliding dig up for the Merino Rams. Far side Powell, down the line it goes. Handed up quickly. Near side touch. Leininger. Back set to the far side. Powell for the Rams off the block.
2 in a row.
Just like Beret in the semifinal. Didn't get any swings to go down through the first 2. Bang go to her to try and close the match out. 19-9. Serve will be lined far side by Brooklyn Suter. Set. Far pin swing. Turn back to the net is Moranville. Free ball be punched over near side, handed up by McKenna Suter, set to Beret. Beret turned back. One arm up by Peel, bumps that for Peel, who flat frees it too big and out. Merino up 19-10. Mazeral lines a serve down the middle. Quick handle. Shot to the near pin. Cross far side. Goes Beret. Near side Beret gets the touch on the tip from Leininger. Far pin into the net goes Moranville. Not a scoreable block there for Veronica Beret, but the Merino Rams won the point. 20-10, and Simla will take a, nope, they don't get the timeout. They tried to call it too late. McKenna Suter overpass on the serve receive. Back to the Merino side. Near side Kaya Peel off the block. Ball slid up high, back row. Far pin swing. Moranville off the block and gets the kill. 20-11 in favor of the Merino Rams. Serve back over to the Simla Cubs. Morgan Swinnis on. She'll serve for the Cubs. 13 all on the two-way court between Wiggins and Sedgwick County in the third set. Swinnis lines it down the middle, fielded by Lynch. Set it up for Beret, set toward the far corner, run down by Harms. Pump free over for the Cubs, near the back line, Lynch up. Back set to the far pin, down the line, Powell goes and the kill. Brooklyn Suter distributing the ball and a timeout taken by the Simla Cubs. The Merino Rams are looking for a four-peat in this one, which would give them 14 team titles and put them in sole possession of second place all time. You want to talk about volleyball schools, Platte Valley, Fowler, Eaton, Merino. Those are the top four hands down when you think of volleyball in the state of Colorado. Pretty impressive.
It is impressive. 14 titles in
50 years, because we've only had volleyball for 50 years thanks to Title IX.
Yeah.
Just makes you smile as a fan of the sport in Northeast Colorado. Some great coaches through the program. Of course, Merino looking for a four-peat. They need to win again next year to match the program record for the most consecutive wins that they did from 1987 to 1991. That was 5 in a row. 21-11 out of Simla's second time out in the third set. Merino is 4 away. Smiles on their faces. Powell with the serve. She'll knock it down the middle. Back set to the near side. Cox hops hands at the net. Controlled up by Powell. Near pin, Peel. Cross. Finds the line and the kill.
That's her 10th kill tonight.
And impressively, they've only had, about 4 total hitting errors as a team?
They have not. Yeah, 4.
Serve will be lined down the middle. Over pass to Jay Lynch. She got in the net on her swing. She wanted that too much.
So bad. Those ones are so tempting. You want it. Net.
Moranville back with the serve. Fielded back row near side. Lynch got her off the net this time. Blocked back on the line. Give the blocking credit to, was that Gottschall, I believe, that got the touch. 22-13. Simla's got their blocks tonight. They have 8 as a team.
Marino's just found a way to get around. 8 blocks is good.
Back set far side, Beret with the cross. Diving dig up back row. Set to the near side and a punch deep for Newsbaum. Controlled up by Powell. Near side Peel into the net, not the block. Just the 5th unforced hitting error tonight for the Merino Rams. 22-14. Still 3 points away from the school's 14th ever state title. Back row swing for Peel, hits the cross. Set down the middle for Gottschall. Crosses near side up by McKenna Suter. Back set far side. Beret tips it short. Far side swing. Cross from Cox. Dug up by McKenna Suter. Dumped over by Brooklyn Suter. Newsbaum up. Left into the net by Gottschall. 23-14 Merino. Beret takes a serve for the Rams. Beret spins it down the middle, popped up high, back row, far side Cox off the block, diving up by Powell. One arm set and a free ball for Lynch. Hops the net cord and drops down, and it is 10 championship points for the Merino Rams. 24-14, Veronica Beret lines the serve down the middle, ball popped up high. Back set to the near side, cross handed up quickly. Back to the back row swing for McKenna Suter into the net. One staved off for the Merino Rams, by the Simla Cubs. 24-15.
Brooklyn trying to get her sister the match winning point.
Harms with the serve down the middle. Peel hands it up. Powell behind the sport court. That'll be an ace for the Simla Cubs. 24-16. Zeta Harms lines it down the middle, popped up by Peel, back row, back set to Peel, cross off the block, ball digged awry, and the Merino Rams are the 2023 1A volleyball state champions. The Rams go back to back to back to back, 4 in a row. Merino wins 25-16 in set number 3. They are the 4-time 1A volleyball state champions. No way this could have ended for the Merino Rams than exactly what happened here this evening. The Rams playing a Simla team that had pushed them to 5 in the regular season. The Merino Rams battling to get themselves through this tournament and through this season with virtual perfection. Yeah, they lost sets. Yeah, they lost matches. But there was never any doubt in anybody's mind that the Merino Rams were going to come away with this 1A Volleyball State Championship. And it was left to no doubt this evening thanks to the senior McKenna Suter, who had 18 kills in the Merino Rams. Senior wrapping up her career, 18 kills in the championship match, 11 for Kaya Peel, 9 for Jay Lynch. No way that the Rams were going to be denied, not the way that one was played here this evening. And for you, as somebody that grew up inside the LPAA, even though they were your rival school, it makes you proud for this conference.
Proud. And you know what? It is unbelievable to go 4 in a row and just that dominance in the LPAA, in 1A, 2A is dominating right now with the LPAA schools. Like, what a feat. How impressive.
Put a smile on your face, Merino Ram fans. You're the 4-time state volleyball champions. I battled through to be able to provide coverage in this one. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who made it possible. Thank you so much to Bull Braum for taking a few off my plate. And a huge thank you to my wife, because I've been trying for 7 years, bringing you to the state volleyball tournament. I even put a ring on it. But it took me losing my voice to get you on air for me. And on behalf of our listeners, thank you for stepping in, because you provided a lot here today. I really do appreciate your help today.
Well, of course, it was fun.
We'll be back to do it again next year. I'll be back with you on Wednesday at the NJCAA National Volleyball Tournament as the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen play Mineral Area in the opening round. But this weekend has been all about the Merino Rams. The Merino Rams win 4 in a row. They sweep the Simla Cubs 25-17, 25-21, and 25-16. Now tune yourself over to 1010 KSIR and catch the end of Wiggins and Sedgwick County in the 2A Volleyball Championship. Blecha, this has been Wall-to-Wall Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.